Hunter. I am a Monterey-based scientific illustrator and fine artist, and a longtime friend of Yak's. I have been friends with Yak for, I don't know, gosh, at least 5 years, probably longer. I heard about Yak from a neighbor's daughter who was a member here many years ago. I think she's in her 20s now. And I heard such wonderful things that I started coming to the art shows and eventually met Marcia and May. I've been teaching some scientific illustration techniques. Last week we focused on doing some observational drawing using plants and leaves and feathers and other things to work on our skills of observational drawing, which as a science illustrator is the foundation of everything that we do. I came to science illustration after working as a graphic designer and art director for 4 or 5 years. And I was really drawn to it because as someone who is very visual, it was, drawing has always been a way for me to understand the world. And I was always really interested in science, but I was never a very good science student. So being able to learn about things through drawing and painting and doing digital illustration was a way for me to interact with this world of science and nature in a way that felt unavailable to me before, which I always felt like I was on the outside of. And now as an illustrator, I work with scientists all the time to illustrate their work. And so there are a couple of ways in which I feel like it makes me feel connected to something bigger. One of those ways is as an illustrator illustrating research, I'm able to be part of the scientific research community. I'm able to do my little part to make these science illustrations better. And the other piece of it is I'm able to draw attention towards things in my personal work. In my paintings, which are mostly focused on plants and pollinators, I'm able to draw attention towards things that I find really important and beautiful that might otherwise be overlooked. I'm really interested in California native flora and insects, and illustration and painting are a way for me to draw in the viewer and say, look at this. It's something that you may have walked by 100 times. It's something that you might think is not valuable. You may not even know it exists, but here's a tiny native bee, here is a native moth, and these are these things that are part of our ecosystem that need to be preserved. And one way to make them seem more valuable is to draw attention to them and show their beauty. So one of the things I've been doing today with the Yaksters is showing some watercolor techniques and doing some drawings to help really draw attention to the details of what makes one plant look like the plant that it is and another look like a different species. And in doing so, you go into this sort of meditative state of really, really seeing what's in front of you, not the idea of it, but the real thing. And I think that's an awareness that we can bring to our daily lives as well. You can go on your daily walk and make a point of noticing something new every day. And I think that that's a valuable skill, not just in drawing, but in life as well. If you'd like to see more of my work, you can see it on my website at www.eehunter.com, or on Instagram. My handle is @ErinHunterArt.